We're going to turn to our GMA cover story now. It's an exclusive interview with Glee star Naya Rivera's family 1 year after her tragic death. Juju Chang spoke to her mother and sister. Good morning, Juju.
Good morning to you, George. You know, her mom says that Naya Rivera always had a cool swagger and that she poured her heart into everything in life, from her acting career to her son, Josie. She told me that for Naya, her little boy was the sun and the moon and everything in between.
Naya Rivera was a triple threat talent on Glee. She could act, she could sing, and boy, could she dance. But on July 8th, 2020, everything would change.
It was a beautiful morning. I missed 2 of her FaceTime calls, and I called her back, and I said, Naya, where are you? She's like, oh, me and Josie were gonna go to the lake, and I was gonna have them fish.
And do you remember what you said in those final FaceTime moments?
I told her, I go, well, the water's getting choppy. And I said, I love you, and call me when you get off the water.
Yolanda talked to her daughter from that rented pontoon boat as the devoted single mom set out for adventure on Lake Piru with her son. But hours later, the then 4-year-old Josie was found by another boater, asleep, adrift, alone wearing a life vest. Naya was gone.
He told us, he said, don't worry, we have Josie, but your daughter's missing. And it was almost like a force. I don't know what it was, but I was just pushed backwards, just screaming.
For 5 grueling days, rescue teams searched day and night, the Glee family holding vigil lakeside.
We saw people holding vigil, people holding hands, sending prayers. What were those days like for you guys?
Those first 5 days were
hell.
Awful.
Hell on earth.
Hell on earth. My faith told me that nothing is missing. Surely not a person. Yes, we just can't find them. So that was my thing. God, you know where she's at. Just bring her back to us. Thank God I took the pictures because they were able to look at the topography of the land to locate where they were.
You took screenshots?
I took screenshots of the FaceTime call.
Naya was found 6 days later. Investigators believe she managed to save her son, but then drowned accidentally. Her younger sister, Nikayla, moving in with the boy's father, the fashion model now helping to raise little Josie.
He literally asked you to come be with him and live with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew right when it happened and right when we got him, I knew the role that I had to take.
Now I see Josie, and it's almost like, it's so reminiscent because he's like a boy version of her in every sense of the word.
In what way?
Just his tenacity, his drive, his zeal, his adventure for life. He's just, he's Naya in boy form.
He loves entertaining.
Yes.
He loves singing at the top of his lungs.
From a young age, Naya was a force to be reckoned with. But her breakout role, Glee's Santana Lopez, an openly queer Latina.
Because all I want to be able to do is kiss my girlfriend, but I guess no one can see that because there's such an insane double standard at this school.
You know, I honestly don't think that she even knew the impact that she had. People would come up to her all the time and say, you saved my life. My sister, even though she was acting, was touching people's real lives and helping them become who they really are and not being ashamed of that.
Today, Yolanda hopes that Naya's life leaves one lasting message.
I would like my daughter's, Naya's, legacy to be one that teaches people to love. Love who you are, because you don't get another life.
And of course, Naya had no greater love than for her son, Josie. And they say the 5-year-old is a talented performer just like Naya. And while he misses his mother deeply, they tell him, Mom's watching over you from heaven, and we are going to take care of you here on earth. And Rob and the family really more than anything wanted to express their gratitude for the outpouring of love they've gotten over the past year.
What a beautiful family. And to see how they light up when they talk about Josie.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
It was my pleasure.
All right.